God to the rescue, Moses and the great escape. From Exodus 3 to 13. A long time ago, God's people were living in Egypt. At first, things were okay, but after many years, a new king called Pharaoh came to power. He didn't remember Joseph, and he didn't care about God's people. In fact, he didn't like them at all. Pharaoh made them slaves. He forced them to work all day, building cities and carrying heavy bricks under the hot sun. The people were treated badly, and life became very hard. So they cried out to God for help, and God heard them. God remembered the promise he had made long ago, to take care of his people and to rescue them. So he chose a man named Moses to help. One day, Moses was watching his sheep in the desert when something strange happened. He saw a bush on fire, but the bush wasn't burning up. When Moses went closer, he heard a voice coming from the bush. It was God. God told Moses, "I have heard my people's cries. I have seen their tears. Go to Pharaoh and tell him to let my people go." Moses was nervous. He didn't think Pharaoh would listen to him. But God said, "Don't be afraid. I will be with you." So Moses went to the palace and stood before Pharaoh. He said, "God says, let his people go." But Pharaoh said, "Who is this God? I've never heard of him. No, I will not let the people go." So God sent Pharaoh a warning, a powerful sign to show that he was serious. First, the river turned into blood. No one could drink the water, but Pharaoh still said no. Then God sent frogs. Frogs were everywhere, in the beds, in the kitchens, even in their food. Pharaoh begged for them to go away. But once the frogs were gone, Pharaoh changed his mind and said no again. Then came gnats, tiny bugs that flew into people's eyes and noses. Still, Pharaoh refused. After that, flies swarmed the land, buzzing everywhere. Then sickness came and painful boils broke out on people's skin. Then came hail and lightning crashing from the sky. Then locusts, bugs that ate all the crops. And then darkness filled the land. For 3 whole days the sun didn't shine at all. Each time, Pharaoh would promise to let the people go if God made the trouble stop. But every time God did, Pharaoh changed his mind. So God warned Pharaoh. One last plague would come, the worst one of all. Every oldest son in Egypt would die. But God gave his people a way to be safe. Each family was told to take a perfect lamb and mark their doorway with its blood that night. When God passed through the land, he would see the blood and pass over their homes. That night, just as God said, there was a great cry in Egypt. Pharaoh's own son had died. Finally, Pharaoh shouted, "Get out! Leave Egypt!" So that very night, Moses led God's people out of Egypt. They packed their things and walked away from slavery. God had rescued them. From that day on, God's people remembered the night they were set free. They called it Passover. But this story isn't just about the past. It's a picture of something even bigger. Many years later, God sent another rescuer, Jesus. He came to set people free not just from slavery, but from sin and fear and death. This time, the rescue would last forever.